Do you know that delay? That's the delay of someone watching the stream and not watching the Streamlabs version. That's why there was a delay there, because I was watching the wrong things. I was just going, oh look, there's the timer, it's tight, it's counting down, isn't that lovely? And then lo and behold, out of nowhere, it was like, oh shit, yeah, I'm supposed to be doing stuff, and oh no. Right, book first. So that should autofill the room. Now, as is so often the way, we need to just double check some admin stuff first. Come on, pick it up, son. Pick it up, there you go. I knew you'd pick it up eventually. It does seem to take a while, but there you go. That's one of those things. Now, the crucial question is, does it look as good as it should? I mean, it might not look as good as some people's, but there's a certain standard to which I kind of wish to have. And yes, good. It's not pixely. It's not shitty. It's reasonable. I'm gonna go into the gameplay and find out a little bit more as to whether it looks reasonable or not. But I think it's looking good. It's actually looking genuinely quite good. I don't know how long it's going to last looking genuinely quite good, but yes, it looks alright. See what it looks like moving. Yeah? As if I continually move. Whoops. That's the problem when you're randomly continually moving. You walk out the fucking door, the door you hadn't intended to walk out of. Right, let's get that suitably positioned. Superb. Let's get my other bits suitably positioned. Superb. Oh. There we go. That's the right size. That's the right thing. That's the right headphones. That's the right microphone. Let's have a little cheeky swig of drinky. Swig of drinky. And now we continue onward because we have this cave to explore. Now, I did do some research. This is why I know, like last week, tail end last week, we were discussing, is this endgamey? It's feeling endgamey. Is it endgamey? I'm not sure if it's endgamey, but it does feel a little bit endgamey. And it turns out, yes, it is relatively endgamey. This is kind of the second to last dungeon, I would suggest, would be a viable statement to make. And as such, with it being the second to last dungeon, we need to be slightly careful as to precisely what we do and precisely how we do it, because otherwise we may end up locked in a miserable tale of defeat as opposed to a superb tale of the hands. I tell you what, people are going to be sad that they missed that joke, because oh fuck me, that was good. Fuck me, that was good. Right, I think just Keith can back up Alice's attack. It's only probably going to take it's only going to take the one, but I think it was the better choice because Yuri is far more reliable in the damage stakes. Well, yeah. But yes, we'll try and get through this dungeon. There's a key item I need to look out for, and I need to not go through the door until I'm satisfied that I have the item. That's another part of having looked it up. Keith learned a move, but I skipped past it. Bugger it. Well, I guess we can go into the menu. Where is the menu? I don't know. It's an unfortunate thing about playing this RPG and then using all of my spare time to play multiple different RPGs, because sometimes the menu button's on the X key button, and sometimes the menu button's on the Y button. And nowadays, I can't deny, it's more standard to find it on the Y button. Special skills, that's what we're after. We've got Hecatonchire here. The giant Hecatonchire. I think... Now, see, I've just recently been playing Persona 5. And therefore, I should really be able to remember how they were pronouncing Hecatonchire. I think it's Hecaton. Oh, that's a Hecaton, good stuff. But I think it's Carey. I think you do put a bit of a re on the end. So oh god, it's fucking awkward. Can we call him Barry instead? Because Barry is a lot simpler to say. I know it's nothing like the thing, but it's a lot simpler to say. Okay, so, right, we've been here because we dealt with the chest puzzle and the blue light. Now, okay, maybe we haven't dealt with blue light. So, right, okay, is there anything there? No. It might have reset when I accidentally left the bloody thing. I didn't mean to leave the dungeon, I just accidentally pushed the button too far in the wrong direction. So I'll tell you what we'll do, we'll push this button, push the button, although having said that, no, okay, that is definitely on. Right, it's because we've got red on. What we need to find is the red. We'll leave the blue button on. What we need to do is find the red or the green. I don't know which one's going to come up first. Because I think if I can find the green, because I have just sort of realised, is it? Or am I wrong? Because red, green and blue is your RGB colours. Definitely think we've got a red, green, blue. But no, I'm not convinced I'm right about that fact, but never mind. What I need to do is, I think, at the very least, at the moment, I need it to be white overall and blue. So I've got mid-choice. I can either potentially add the green, which might make it white. Not 100% sure if that's going to be how this functions or not. I think it's basically if you put all of the light on, that's when you get the white flame. And that's when we might go, dear Alice. Alice, pay attention. You really do need to. Ding, ding, ding. Oh, see, Yuri can pick up the slack. He picks up everybody's slack. He picks up their slacks and then he irons them, because he's a good little boy who does the ironing for his mummy. And his daddy goes hoeing in the garden. And mummy doesn't like that. Mummy doesn't like daddy with his hose. Mummy doesn't like it when daddy's in the garden with his hose. Because he swings it around and around and around. And he disgusts the neighbours. And they call the police. Because they don't want to see Daddy Yuri with his hose dangling around. Well, I don't know if it's a record, probably not, but we've divulged. I've divulged too much. That's my weekend activities. Swinging my hose around in the garden. No, I've diverged, no, that's not quite the word I'm after either. Eventually the brain kicks in, but it's usually about sort of 3 AM in the morning when the brain suddenly goes, that's the word you were looking for, and I go, what word? What the fuck are you talking about, brain? And it goes, the word earlier, that's what you were looking for. Descend. Descend would be an apt one. I'm not 100% convinced that's the word my brain was looking for earlier, but we've descended into filth already. That is a viable and acceptable phrasing. Diddly-diddly-ding. Diddly-lum-dee-da-boo-da-dee, diddly-lum-dee-day. Right, let's see what we can find over here. Oh, a blockade, because I couldn't get round the corner. The one problem with random encounters, they keep coming at you, they constantly come at you. Oh, living on the edge of everything, as opposed to the edge of tomorrow. Have you ever seen The Edge of Tomorrow? Yeah, I have, yes. I know you have. I was talking to the nobody in the chat. Oh, I missed. Alice, have you seen Edge of Tomorrow? I have, yes, I've seen The Edge of Tomorrow. Have you? That's fucking weird, because it came out way past your time. Oh, yeah. Oh, fuck a duck, they've got insta-death. Well, this could ruin my day immediately. Please don't do insta-death again. God for that. Oh, actually, I just realised. I'm not sure if Keith has a Leonardo's there. He might do, but Alice certainly can't get held up with insta-death because Alice has a certain thing. Arc seems a bit wasteful, but I can always fuck it. I can always replenish my my MP. I can replenish everything if I just pop out and see Roger Bacon, the Bacon Master, the Master of Bacon. Oh, Selenius. Feel free to inform me what what that word might be, or is, if you happen to know. Don't you throw yourself at Alice, she don't need that. She's a nice little girl, don't you be a dirty old little corpse sleeping at her face. Sword. Yes. Oh, the only problem is Yuri doesn't get any fucking experience. And that kind of fucking sucks. Son of a bitch with the bloody malice. It's a bloody nuisance. Eventually we'll deal with the situation, the malice. The Alice and the Malice situation that we have to find ourselves dealing with. I think it's this way, I'm not convinced. There's the red. Ah, there's a treasure chest. Well, we can open that one, that's handy. We received the Holy Book of Martyrs. I'm going to assume... Don't necessarily know if this is the ultimate for her. Let's see, it doesn't go up that much, but it could be. Could be. Don't know for certain. Actually, no, I think I know what her ultimate book is, and it's not this. Holy Book, stained with the blood of martyrs, who laboured for countless years in service against the forces of evil, strong spiritual power, and weird shape. It's a fucking weird shaped book. So let's see. Yes, crucifix, all of them. No, Keith was just getting lucky. Unless his Mant of Nobility does something about... No, just cuts earth damage. So no, yeah, weirdly, not entirely sure why Keith kept surviving, but I'm quite pleased that he did. Right, come on, let's find this other button. This other button's important. Where do we think the green button is? So I think there's something important here. Oh, hang on, wait for it. Let the soul of destruction be sealed to this land. Let the power of destruction be released as all seals are broken. Okay, that's a clue as to how the fuck I get the Stone of Destruction. And the Stone of Destruction is very, very important. Unfortunately, I'm not 100% sure what it means. It might be open all of the chests, and at that point you get the power to get the Soul of Destruction. But I can't guarantee that. I do not remember how to do it, and in my research, I did try to avoid anything that would be considered full-on spoilers or full-on sort of, this is precisely how you do it. I just wanted to know roughly what was left of the game so that we didn't skip anything and miss parts, as last time we highlighted very much so that it was endgaming. It was a game that felt a little endy. Or was it an end that felt a little gaming? Don't you touch my end. Don't you touch my end. Especially, don't you touch my end and then describe it as gaming. I don't want that as a description for my end. Ah, good, you're dead. You're dead, you're dead, you're dead. Very convenient, thank you very much. Well, thank you for dying. Always thank a man for dying, it's very convenient when he does. Do-do-diddly, ba-ba-do-do, diddly, da-ba-ba-do-ba, diddly, ba-ba-ba-do-da, diddly, if you enjoy, diddly. Where the fuck is the green switch? I don't know. It's a fucking problem. Yes, it is. I just want the green switch. I'm not convinced the green switch is this way. Excuse me, can I just ask a question? Why are you going this way if you're not convinced the green switch is this way? Because it's the only way I haven't chosen to explore. Okay, I'm beginning to be convinced the green switch is this way. Because the green switch is up there. And that's the switch I'm after. Well, I say that. I do need the blue one. I kind of need the blue one as well, but I need to turn the red one off. But could you just go away for a moment? A cross attack. We haven't seen many of those. In fact, I'm not 100% convinced we've seen any of these. But this is another form of battle that you can encounter. You can sometimes get... Obviously, there's the normal one where we're face to face. And then there's the back attack, which means basically all of my sort of chosen locations are reversed. So Alice is on the front row, everybody else is on the back row, etc. And then there's cross attack, which of course means... You know, some of them are the correct position, some of them are incorrect position. I.e. here, this bastard's from behind, very much disadvantage. to me because this is essentially our back attack, but yeah, cross attack is back and front attack, which is quite interesting. And as I say, I'm 100% convinced we've had many of these, if any. This genuinely might be the first cross attack we've had, because although I've taken it in my stride and not thought much of it, I don't think we've ever seen one. Nice one. I appreciate the levelling up. I'm probably going to have to end up finding some specific dungeon. There we go. Okay, so we've got the white flame. We've got the white flame. The what flame? The white flame. The who flame? The white flame. So now we just want to wander all the way back around. Yes. I must admit that blue chest is going to be a nuisance, isn't it? Because I'm going to have to wander all the way back here to turn off the green light as well. And then I've got the nasty feeling that I then have to put them all back on to get the white light again. But I can't guarantee that, so let's not dwell on it. But we might be going round and 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 round this dungeon forever. Don't paralyse, Keith. Thank you very much. I appreciate you obeying my commands. It's a very useful, kindly, if you wouldn't mind, obeying my commands. Yes, indeed, obey. Now you're just devolving into random noises indeed. Tell you what I should do. I should heal my people with Alice. Oh, I'll tell you what I need to do. Deal with the fucking malice. Son of a whore, son of a whore. Have you ever encountered a son of a whore? No. Well, I say, sir. Well, I say, sir. I don't think there's anything special here. As I say, I think we just need to backtrack to the chest. Backtrack to the chest. Now, anything here? As I say, no. I think by seals, it means the chests. Yeah. I think what you do is you light the flame in the correct fashion, and then you open the chest, which officially breaks the seal. Once you've officially broken all of the seals on all of the chests, you can get the stone of destruction, which is reasonably importante. That's right, important. But you didn't say important, did you? No, I didn't. Ah, the speed has doubled. Oh dear. You're gonna be. It doesn't bode well if you miss Alice at normal speed, and then Yuri's now at double speed. It's gonna be troublesome. Really not doing well at Keith's. It's so thin. It's very difficult to hit perfect as a. Whoa! I forgot the fucking double speed. Despite specifying that he was at double speed. Aren't you a little bit of a prick? No, I'm entirely. Troubling lack of skill. Oh, I forgot again. It's because I kind of. I forget which character's which and who's going next. And I just sort of go, yes, I want you to attack. Yes, I want you to attack. Yes, I want you to attack. And then I deal with the ring once the ring has been shown. So it's kind of like, yeah, I'll recognise the ring when I see it. And unfortunately, that method, that's not what we needed. That's not what we wanted. It seemed to happen quite quickly. It's slightly alarming. I kind of want to escape without the battle. Thank you very much. I'm not at a point where I feel confident dealing with the masks. Therefore, I'm not going to try dealing with the masks. I'm going to just keep utilising the drain your malice in the graveyard technique, rather than trying to tackle the masks directly. I feel at this exact point in time it is the more sensible option amongst the options available to me. Ooh, do we have any other? No, we don't. Oh, is that grave? I keep obsessing over this grave, but it does look slightly more distinct. No, Still a light. It's a light touch on the thing. Woo, penguins! Everybody loves penguins. It's weird. I kind of think that's actually slightly true. Because it kind of feels like everybody loves penguins. I don't know why, but penguins seem to just be universally adored for most people. It's a weird one, but I'm yet to meet a person who can legitimately say, hand on heart, I don't like penguins. I never have. Despite the fact that, I mean, they're probably bastards if you actually met one, in fairness. Most of the animal kingdom. Yeah. Almost done with grinding that Tabari game. Just a few more mystery levels. And a stupidly impossible boss with like 10 health bars. Jesus Christ. That is an obscene volume of health bars. Not sure if I've seen a game with that many health bars. Although, something like Devil May Cry likes the multi-health bar. And something... Oh, what's the one I'm thinking of? There's one in my brain. It definitely isn't 10, and it's Yakuza. That's the one that's in my brain. Yakuza likes a good selection of sort of multi-health bars. 6 normal worlds in less than 65 minutes, if you want me to. Christ. And I'm assuming it's possible, but it sounds slightly ridiculous. I'm assuming that's basically you have to play the game for an hour, 5 minutes, and beat all the levels. That's the sort of one that feels like you'd be able to speedrun it then. Perhaps you should try and look into the Speedrunners Anonymous packs and whatever the fuck the site was, speedrunner.com or something, and see if you can manage a sort of boosh in a, you know, a nearly 8-year-old game will get a sequel in 8 days. Ooh! Is that Tabari getting a sequel, or is that another game getting a sequel? But, yeah. I mean, it's always nice to know. I mean, in fairness, one precedent for that is, of course, whatchamacallit. Is it? What do you call it? I call it whatchamacallit in order to avoid having to actually name the thing. Okay, so there's the white one, Coat of the Sage. Now, that might be... equipped items. What the Coat of the Sage might be is Zhu Zhen's ultimate. A sage's short coat, worn only by the highest level Taoist adepts. Those without spiritual power cannot touch it. Cuts fire damage in half. So it is definitely an ultimate, because it runs the same sort of idea of cutting... Oh, in fact, yeah, I've just realised there's a second element of that pattern. Cuts fire damage in half, because Zhu Zhen is fire-based. So the Coat of the Sage is, in fact, Zhu Zhen's ultimate. Could you fuck off? Not anybody in chat, that's the battle. Could the battle fuck off? Because we don't fucking need it. Well, I suppose actually, I mean, it's not work because it's all good experience. It's just sometimes they really do come out of nowhere and fuck you over. Why, thank you for missing the fast ring. That screwed me up real tight. Probably get a little better if I grind out a great run, but sub 65 sounds really hard. Well, that's, you know, that's the point. When something seems really hard, that's the point where you grit your teeth, you make a fist, and you give the fuck off. That's the advice I have for you. Give the fuck off. It's not worth it. What? What's that? That's not the correct advice to give someone. I see. Oh. Sorry. Apparently, give up is not the correct advice. Apparently, you know, struggle on and try. If at first you don't succeed, try again. But if you've been trying for at least a year, give up. Psst. What now? Apparently giving up is definitely not the right advice to give people. I'm sorry. I just can't do it. Fuck it. Cheeky little cheeky little heal and save, since I'm right next to the fucking heal and save place. I know. It's a shocking display of cheeky use of the things available. It feels like cheating, but it technically isn't. But I'm sure better people would have, you know, pumped on through and pumped on through. That's all right, pumped on through. I don't know what pumped on through as a phrase means. They would have persevered, I suppose, is the word I'm looking for. Small indie game. I think the red one's this way. I need to turn off the red and the... No, I don't think the red one is this way. I think the red and the green must be round this corner after all. So I've gotten very confused. I might have gotten very confused. We may be stuck in this dungeon for quite some time. Oh yeah. It wasn't the most popular or well known. In the indie game scene, I don't know how much difference that... I mean, obviously, it always makes a difference. I'm not suggesting it doesn't make any difference. But in the indie game scene, they can get away with it a little bit more, perhaps, is what I'm suggesting. It's not quite the sort of devastating, oh my god, we've poured so much money into this and it's failed to get all that money back. With an indie game, you have a little bit more leeway, of course, because it's kind of, we pumped a reasonable sum of money into this and we got a reasonable sum back. So now we can pump another reasonable sum into this again and get a reasonable sum back. It's not... It doesn't fluctuate as the extremes. I wouldn't have thought. That is entirely opinion based. I have no experience whatsoever to back that statement up. It's just what sort of feels like the situation would be. But I have no actual clue whatsoever. Fucking malice meter! Could you stop? I swear, the malice meter has gotten worse than ever before. Aha, here's the red button, right. So red button off. Superb. Right, we've now got the cyan flame. I can't deny, I'm not 100% convinced there is a cyan chest. I mean, I might be wrong, but I'm not convinced there is a cyan chest. So we don't need cyan whatsoever. All we need to do now is turn off the green, which will leave blue, which will allow me to go back all the way back. Fuck me. There's probably an efficient way of doing this. If I actually checked in on the sort of guide I was loosely flicking around and investigating, they probably had like a step-by-step guide that gave you a precise pattern that was optimal for all of this dungeon. But unfortunately, at the moment, I'm not looking at a precise guide. I'm looking at just wandering around hoping for the best that I get a solution eventually. I mentioned some kind of enjoy it mode where falling into endless pits isn't insta death. So I guess it's too hard crowd wins again. I'd love to be able to chastise the it's too hard crowd, but I'm kind of one of them. But now see, that's where I feel like that's not unreasonable. So they've got an enjoy it mode. That means you don't have to use that mode. You can write that mode off. But people who can't do it... Now, I can't deny. I don't know the story, if there is one with Tabari, or whether that, you know, there's no story, there's perhaps something lore-based or some such that you'd get out of it. Or, with that game it is difficult to possibly justify, because as I say, if there's a storyline, then I can see the point of having an enjoy it mode where you just go, it's easy, but I'm just going to enjoy the story. But something like I don't know, something like Dark Souls, personally, I think would benefit from having a slightly easier mode for people like me who would be really interested in exploring the tale and seeing the bosses and doing all of the things, but doesn't like difficulty. So I am kind of in the it's too hard, please give me an easy mode crowd, and I can't help it because I kind of like enjoying the stories and enjoying the elements of the game, and sometimes you know what? Sometimes for me the games are too hard. I can't help that. That's just a fact. It's kind of I think it's why I've almost I kind of gone back to my roots recently with stuff like Shadow Hearts and playing Persona 5 and playing other turn-based RPG style stuff, because I think I like turn-based RPGs because shit. Really, can we just roll back and ask what were you gonna say before you missed that? I was gonna say turn-based RPGs tend to be a little easier. I see. And you didn't actually get to the word easier before you fucked it up and made it harder on yourself, did you? Yeah, I know. It was an embarrassing time, and I'd prefer not to you know, not to go with that. But there you go. Get the good ending. You have to find all the moons, beat the auto scroll tower climb, and beat the EX levels on the moon. See, that's not a bad way of doing it. So that you can sort of go. It's a bit like I quite like the way Devil May Cry does their difficulty system. Now I don't know. I'm loosely assuming you've played a Devil May Cry game, but I can't guarantee that. It's more sort of. It would be more definitive lightning sort of territory. I know he rather loves the old Devil May Cry. Oh shit! Now I was too fast. But I do quite like the way Devil May Cry do their difficulty, because what you can do is you can kind of start on easy mode, build up your strength and skills, and then do normal mode at a massive advantage. Or you can sort of go, no, I prefer to have a challenge beforehand and therefore do normal mode and then sort of build on it. And I quite like that. I quite like it if you can just sort of, I suppose, again, harking back to why I like RPGs, or turn-based specifically, or general RPGs as well. Any of the... I've gotten lost and confused where I'm trying to go. Right, that's the red button. No, I've got the blue flame. I'm heading back to the blue chest. There we go. There we go. I know what's on the dark side of the moon. It's an asshole. Now, okay, I have to question. Is that the game having a sense of humour and making it a literal asshole, or is that you suggesting the boss is an asshole? Because the problem with an indie game and a weird sounding one like that Tabari, the issue is it might very well be an actual asshole that you've discovered on the moon, and I wouldn't put it past that sort of indie game. I mean, let's be honest, I don't know if you've caught much of Reventure, but sometimes the indie game developer, not that there's any assholes in Reventure, but nonetheless, you can get away with a slightly more sort of cheeky sense of humour in those sort of things. Now, down the stairs or over here? I think it's over here, isn't it? Yes, it is. Right, I wonder if it's going to definitively suggest something. I've received Mind's Eye. I haven't heard anything else. So I think... Oh, Mind's Eye. Do you know, this, interestingly enough, is the piece of equipment that I was telling people about early on, I believe. Do I have a pedometer on? Fuck, no I don't. Do you know what? I'm going to take her attack-based one off and give her the pedometer. Because she doesn't really do much attacking. Even her, you know... I think the attack is a sweeping on both physical and magical attacks. But I don't even use much of her magical attacks. It's literally just habit. It is just habit to have defense item, attack item, and then sort of spare accessory slot. And I shouldn't allow that habit to become a requirement. Don't die. Okay, I did ask nicely. did ask nicely, but at least Keith dying is not as tragic as Yuri dying to a certain extent. Although I haven't said that. It would have been convenient had neither of them fucking died. But never mind. I suppose Yuri should be able to wipe one off the face of the earth. Pow, pow, pow! There you go. The moment you see that death animation, you can be fairly certain they're going to die. Because it's the death animation, I know. Crazy, right? Crazy motherfucker. Do-do-diddly-do. Here. Ha! Oh! Darn. The dark side is corrupted anime-style princess. Ooh! 27 final magic can only be obtained from the Moon Princess. I'm the princess of the moon, and I am made of cheese. I'm sure the princess is not made of cheese. That would be very peculiar. Oh, goddamn Malice. Goddamn Malice. Fuck off, goddamn Malice. Right, I just want to check down here to see if there's... Oh, that's the blue switch. Right, okay. That's not what I thought it was. I think I'm going to deal with this Malice again, because it's proving an annoyance. I swear to God, it has ramped up in speed entirely, but I don't know. It might just be the fact that I'm running around this dungeon like a headless chicken, not having any fucking clue where I'm going, and therefore ending up in a series of inconvenient battles that are entirely unnecessary. But that doesn't necessarily mean it should be rising that quickly. I don't know. I don't know why I went to diddly-dee. It just sort of happened. Tohu style boss. Spawns lesser enemies, bullet hell everywhere, crazy attack patterns, way too much health. I know about monsters with way too much health. I've played Monster Hunter. And the key phrase in Monster Hunter is, "Why are you not dead yet?" Because you've basically used all of your items, you've used all of your stamina boosts, you've used everything you have on you, and you are still beating away at that monster. And it's like, why have you not died yet? And you think, right, I've cut your tail off, I've broken your face, I've broken your legs, sliced you left, right and centre. Are you dead yet? No, I'm fine. Oh, why aren't you dead yet? That's basically Monster Hunter in a nutshell. If Monster Hunter had a subtitle, apart from World, I suppose, if Monster Hunter had a subtitle, it would be, "Why are you not dead yet?" Fucking hell. They'd probably have to take the fucking hell part out of that, but the "why are you not dead yet" is definitely accurate to the old Monster Hunter games. I suppose arguably it's a little bit like Dark Souls, but then again, Dark Souls, oddly enough, you do actually have a health bar to sort of understand. So you can see that you're doing nothing, or you can see you're doing something heavy. But whereas Monster Hunter, of course, there's no health bars, which means you end up going, "Why are you not dead yet? You should be dead now. Please die now. I don't know how much damage I've done, but you should definitely be dead. I've been doing this 45 minutes. Why are you not dead? Please die." And then finally that last hit strikes, and oh, the feeling of satisfaction is immense. Have you ever played Monster Hunter? I would highly recommend it if you have not played Monster Hunter. It is a great little game, especially, I'll tell you, Monster Hunter World is a great place to start if you've never played any of the previous ones, because Monster Hunter, I think that's the wrong way. I don't know. Hang on, I'm getting confused. Is this, what am I thinking of here? No, that's the back passage, as it were. But Monster Hunter World really tightened. It's interesting because I don't think they've reduced the difficulty as such. Here we go. This is what I was after. The Stone of Destruction is mine. You've received Destruction Stone. that is a requirement if I want to get a special thing later. Which means I think we can actually progress in the story and carry on our wayward son in the dungeon. Carry on, my wayward Yuri. You can rest when everybody's dead. But unfortunately... Hers, do you know what? Hers... I never really considered hers an awkward ring. Because there's nothing too troublesome about it. Or at least, not so you would think. But the gap... almost feels like the gap between her second and third one is just proving just that little bit awkward that makes you go, proving troublesome. I don't like it. I don't like it when it proves troublesome. Because obviously Yuri's is like the simplest ring around. I think it's because Yuri being the first character and your primary character, they made his ring deliberately sort of simplistic so that you could easily go, right, I can just sort of get used to it when you're just playing as Yuri and not be too fussed about it. Right, so, okay, key things. So, I don't think it's in here. I think it's going to be invaluables, I would assume. Destruction Stone, there we go. So, Stone of Destruction. Oddly shaped stone. It emits a strange power, the likes of which cannot be felt anywhere else on Earth or above. It is a super special stone that looks almost like a hand or a sort of clawy type thing. I don't know if that's deliberate or not, but I don't think it is. The other thing I was going to show you before I got distracted by Alice was, here we go, the Mind's Eye. This is the item I believe I was describing early doors. So you get physical attack doubles, which means for Yuri, interesting, his actual physical attack stat doesn't go up that high, but nonetheless, I think it still doubles the actual attack damage you're putting out. But the issue is it's a blindfold made from the skin of a great swordsman. Ugh. I did not know that was a thing. With the words, "Don't look, feel" on it. The hit area disappears, but physical attack power doubles. Now, I have in the past sometimes had to go with it on Yuri, and I mean, you can just about get away with it, but obviously not being able to see the hit area is awkward. It's awkward as all fuck, and all fuck is awkward, my friend. All fuck is awkward. But yeah, I don't know. It's one of those ones where if you're feeling a bit sort of like, oh yes, I'm good, I'm real good, it's well worth putting that blindfold on. But ultimately, you're suffering quite a heavy detriment for not necessarily a huge payoff. Okay, so I don't really need to save mid-10. You know what? Fuck it. Fuck it. I don't need to save tents. I can buy tents anywhere, any which way. It's not an issue. Fruit of Yggdrasil, yes. Do we have any? No, we don't. It's fine. So just. Oh no, I do have some seals. Seal of Strength goes to Yuri. Seal of Vitality goes to Yuri. The Eye of Ouroboros. A religious artifact of elaborate workmanship studded with gem beads. Many crude replicas exist, but the original fully restores mystical and mental strength. Yes, use that tent. It makes it a nice even number there. And as we all know, even numbers in your inventory is entirely crucial. The only sort of non-even, I suppose, odd. A non-even is an odd number, is it? Yeah. I thought you might like to know that piece of information. It's one that almost everybody knows. Okay, I believe in every drop of rain that comes. I think the line is falls, isn't it? Did you deliberately use the word? No, I didn't deliberately change it to comes. It just sort of happened. Right, so I think this is sort of... yeah, this is kind of the end of the dungeon, and this is kind of big story moment. Big story moment. Well, this is quite a place. Hard to believe the basement contains all this. It's enough to make the hairs on the back of my neck stand up straight. The spirits in this place are very different from any other. They don't feel any happiness or pain. They're just nothingness that floats around. Oh, maybe those graves aren't for humans. I have been expecting you. Bacon! But not bacon. Albert, old buddy, where you hiding these days? I'm right above you. Please, come up. You just sit tight, we'll be there before you know it. We've got the staircase of infinite stairs. I just need to check for mystery question marks. I'm fairly confident there's no battles. I think this is literally just, here's some story, here's some stairs, here's a little boss battle. No one cares. That's right, Bacon Simon Albert Roger Bacon. Nobody cares about you. Roger Bacon was certain that the door of judgment would open. Huh. So this is all part of your plan too, eh? So you're not planning on running this time then? This is the big finale for me. You see, I should have said that in a slightly fuller sentence. This is the big finale for me, you see. Which means you'll finally be able to achieve closure as well. Albert, what are you planning? Is it the same as the Demon's Gate invocation? Alice, I broke the seal inside the Vatican and stole the free secret books. The first is the Pulse Tract. With it, one can command the earth veins in order to wake an ancient god. Dewey went far with this. He woke the Seraphic Radiance, but somehow it remained sealed within that boy. Next is the Emigre document. It creates life from nothing and can be used to summon a god of death. But both Patrick and Jack failed. They only succeeded in making a soulless puppet. And finally, the Codex of Lurie. Or possibly Lurier. Lurier sounds a little bit more fanciful, doesn't it? The Codex of Lurier. It tells how to summon the other god, which I am now attempting. An omnipotent god from the far reaches of space shall descend upon Earth to cleanse it. Hey, now, you quack magician, I can't let you do that. You can't hurt others just so you can play this game of misplaced vengeance. Curie, you still haven't figured it out yet? That in order to begin anew, we must first wipe the slate clean. Shut up. Who do you think you are, some god? Don't flatter yourself. You're no different than me, an ordinary pathetic human. You've got plenty of excuses, but I think you're just after revenge for what happened in the past. My father worked hard to protect this world. I'm not letting a deluded scheme take it all away. Fool! What value is there in a rotten world such as this? Do you really believe that your power alone is enough to right all the injustices of the world? I can see. Bullshit, you see! Not perfectly, but I can see. Bullshit, you see! The future in store for this world. I was a little bit too animated there. I lost one of my headphones. A few foolish elite will soon bring about a tragedy which will inflict great misery upon us all. None will escape, and earth will overflow with the screaming of the dead who know not yet their fate. An iron behemoth shall rise, and in a flash, countless lives will be snuffed out. A hopeless future. We mustn't bring this future upon the world. But this terrible vision is drawing nearer as we speak. So, before that hell is upon us, we must begin again. And that is precisely what I intend to do. I will use my purple wiggly lightning. Zappity zap. You're a lunatic. Ooh. That boom, 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 boom. The sages of every age were called that. Let history decide whether my actions were good or bad. For now, we must simply forge ahead. Kudelka, Witch of the Dark Flames, come with me and let us raise the throne of the other gods. The legacy of the ancient gods. Me too! Oh, I've gone blue this time. I'm so powerful, I've gone blue! Look at my purple lightning, look at my purple lightning. Oh, it's good, oh, it's good. Look at my purple lightning. Good Lord, did you hear the rumble? I don't know if you can hear the rumble from where it is, but there was a lot of rumble there. What? But why? The power flow has stopped. The float cannot be raised. It's not a very good float then, is it? Kudelka, is it you? Stop now. You can't defeat me with your power. You're going to disappear into the darkness with me to a world of nothingness. No, it cannot be. Are you saying that you intend to kill us both? You wouldn't understand. I'd give my life to save that child's future without a second thought. What? Now. Face the power of a supreme witch of darkness. Oh yeah, you suck it, you little dick. You get on your knees, bacon. Bacon knees. No, you cannot. Ooh, you want a fucking power off? I'll give you a fucking power off. You see, my blue and my purple lightning created red lightning. Don't think blue and purple makes red, does it? I'm not 100% convinced. I think if you take the blue away from the purple, you'd get red. Kudelka. No. The soul contract. Exactly. With Amon, Master of Destruction. I wanted to save this power for last, but I have no choice. Yarr! I wanted to be a pirate when I was older. Fly upwards, Nibito. Albert, why I oughta Albert? Ho ho ho, Yuri. Come for me. You think you are the only one with fusion powers? I'll come for no man. I will only come for Alice or Marguerite. They are the only two people worthy of my come. Don't think I would possibly come for you, you stupid bacon man. Stupid bacon man. All out? All out? All out? I don't know. I'm thinking all out. But I'm also thinking not so all out. So I'm gonna go churn a bog. Just give me 5 minutes, I need to go churn the bog. Sounds like a nasty euphemism for I'm about to have a massive shit. Don't mind me, I'm just gonna go churn the bog. I suppose arguably, if you do that sort of dirty laugh on anything, it kind of sounds like a euphemism. Much like, look at Albert Simon, he's gonna get the holy chest. Okay, that's gonna be a problem, because I chose darkness. That's bad news bears for me. Oh! That shredded most of my sanity points. This could be a troublesome time for me. I don't know if I can win. I'm fairly certain it's only ever going to halve my SP, but that's still going to be an issue, because, of course, I used most of Yuri's SP when I became Chernobog. It's very difficult to say that word. It's very difficult. Hekantonkire! I really think I should be saving some supplies, as in saving some MP and saving items and saving everything, because this is not even his final form. He will do something fancier. Well, that was oddly disappointing as moves go. So I kind of have the urge to, rather than... Tell you what I should have done. I should have stuck with Ifrit. It would have cost me less and allowed me to boost my attack. Yes, you and your fancy wibbly arms. Alice at the moment... I mean, it's very expensive. And it only does one person. I don't think it's worthwhile, but I tell you what is going to be worthwhile. I'm going to put a Holy Edge. Holy Edge! I'm going to put a Holy Edge on Keith's sword. which means he's going to get a fancy new lightsaber. Wait for it, wait for it. Whom, 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 whom. Is whom the official sound effect from Star Wars? Not as such, no. I don't think anybody in the script wrote he draws his lightsaber. Whom. But I don't know for certain. Right, now he's got light powers attached to his saber. Or his sword. It's a sword. It's not a saber. A saber is a type of sword, but not that type of sword. He should be doing more damage, but oddly, disappointing the volume of damage he actually did. This, if you remember rightly, is what wiped us out at the beginning of the game. This time, however, Keith... Oh! Fuck you, buddy. Fuck you. Okay, it's a shame Alice doesn't have her revival manoeuvre, so I'm going to have to do this the hard way, which is, yeah, I might have to restart and put a Leonardo Bear on. Right. Okay, what we got? Talisman, 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 Talisman of Mercy, I think we'll use. Hey! It was closer than it needed to be. Unfortunately, now Yuri's back to normal Yuri form, and I don't have the SP to transform back into Chernobog at the very least. I don't even have the SP to turn into Ifrit. So, yeah. If I don't get healed between this form and the next form, I might be fucked. So, that's a... Ah, his special attack power's gone up. Ah, yes, of course. That's exactly what we want. I'm afraid, Keith, you only get a little one. I don't like you as much as Yuri, so you only get a little one. But you do rise from the dead, as is, you know, obvious to a vampire. He just sort of raises up. I really could do with seeing you flag, my friend. I really could do with seeing you flag. Hey ho, hey ho. I sense that I'm going to need tactics for this battle. Ah, he's flagging. He is flagging. He's officially flagging. Oh, okay. It's not even a separate fight. Fuck. That's a mon. As in a fucking monster. He's probably going to kill Keith. Don't kill Keith. Don't kill Keith. Fucking bastard. You killed Keith. I asked you nicely. I actually asked you nicely. I said, please don't kill Keith. F in chat to pay respects to Keith. Right, okay, now I know this is a fight. I need to do something. I need, okay, 10 SP is not enough. Yuri, you're going to have to use a pure extract. Good lad. Rip Keith, as opposed to a rip cord. Right. Okay, I'm back to full SP, bitch. It's fucking on, you little motherfucker. He is a weird fucking shape, isn't he? Oh god, I need to heal, but I need Keith. I think if I Talisman of Luck, I should be able to revive Keith. I really need Alice not to die. If you could not die, Alice. Not die, not die, not die. Right, Bloodsucker. Yes, please, because this should heal Keith. But, not going to heal him much because it was only a hit. It wasn't even a good hit. Hit means shit. 180. I think I get the full whack, though, don't I? Do I get the full whack? I do get the full whack, which means at least he's a little bit better. Now, okay. Chernobog is probably good. Well, I think Amon is non-elemental. I think he's not got an element. So Sandalphon's not going to be... I think it's got to be Ifrit. It's got to be Ifrit, and it's got to be Ignition. Get the most out of my attack power. So Ignite Ifrit. This is how you do it properly. You ignite with Ifrit, because Ifrit is fucking awesome. This is all you need. You need 4 arms of fucked up fun. Oh, I asked you nicely. Please. Please do not kill Alice. Please do not kill Alice. Thank you. See? Was it so troublesome not killing Alice? And now you're going to regret the decision not to kill Alice because she's going to revitalise my entire health bars. So fuck you. You should have killed Alice, you dickhead. You fell for the oldest trick in the book. That please don't kill her. She's an innocent young girl. And then she healed everybody for the full amount. So F you. And now, oh, I wish I'd done a perfect there. That would have satisfied the fuck out of me. But unfortunately, I didn't. So it's not as satisfying. Keith, what do you want to do? What do you want to do, Keith? I don't think anything's going to be that. Whoa, that seemed faster than expected. But I'm glad, as discussed, if you get a good on the first one, you get more damage overall because the first one just generally does more damage. Ooh, you got him right in the bacon. Yuri will laugh at your pitiful attacks. I mean, there's quite a lot of attacks there. I didn't appreciate being slammed into the ground, but nonetheless, Yuri is still going to fucking laugh at you. Now, how confident am I in that Amon is elementless? He is non-elemental. And I suppose if he's non-elemental, putting a holy edge on Yuri, not going to make a fucking difference. If he is dark, which admittedly he does look quite dark, but as I say, I'm reasonably confident Amon is non-elemental. Because obviously, I say that, it's not obvious, so I shouldn't say the next sentence, so I'm not going to say the sentence I was going to say. But obviously you could see there, Amon fused. So whereas all of my fusions so far have been element-based, Roger Bacon's ultimate fusion is non-elemental, because that means he doesn't have any weaknesses. He does have 2 horns protruding from his waist, though. Complete with 2 horns. I think at this point we probably ought to heal Yuri, because, you know, otherwise... You know when you said you ought to heal Yuri? Yeah, I know what I did. And I know what I didn't do. Thank you. Thank you, world. I don't need reminding of my failure. It should be okay. He's not desperate for health. He should be able to take another pounding. But, I got to admit, if he dies... If Yuri dies, that's going to be an issue. Atomic dust! Yuri might be dead. Fuck. Please don't kill Yuri! Please don't be another insta-kill move. Oh, good, it's not. Right. Yuri, punch away, punch away. Punch all your troubles away, punch all your troubles away. That's how you win. Oh, he's flagging! You can see the flag. You can see the flagging pose. He's rocking and rolling around. He's reeling. He's been punched one too many times in the fucking bacon. Punch him in the bacon bits. I'm trying. Alice with the super heal once again. See, people doubted, and I say people, Lightning Phoenix doubted Alice. He was a doubting Phoenix when he doubted Alice. She is a master. Well, she is a mistress, I suppose. She is a mistress of healing. This is why you have Alice in the party. She can heal everybody instantaneously. I grant you, it's expensive, but let's be honest, if it's expensive or death, you're going to choose to live. So what we're going to do is we're going to do subtle heals this time, because we've not... I really need to just go good on that, because that was too close. I've already missed a heal, and let's be honest, healing is a vital necessity, not a lovely little extra. Oh, almost perfect, Keith, but not quite. You didn't want to show Yuri off, that was it. He just went, I best not do a perfect, otherwise it will make Yuri look bad. Could you not punch Alice? Oi, but it is very strange. The look is very weird, because it looks like he should definitely have 4 legs, and yet he doesn't have 4 legs. So he looks very... Oh. Careful, very, very careful. Especially considering he's flagging. The fact that he's fucking flagging means I need to be very careful not to fuck it up, because I'm so close to fucking winning. Right, let's deal with Alice. Just heal. Just a standard good heal. Good heal is good enough. Is it really? Good enough rarely is. Do you know what? Good enough is good enough, and therefore good enough. It'll do. It'll fucking do. That'll do, pig. That'll do. Yeah. Yes! Keith for the win! See, people, and by people, I mean Lightning Phoenix again. This is the Berate Lightning Phoenix stream, because he can't fight back. But yes, Lightning Phoenix doubted a man named Keith because of his man. Ah, finally we get fucking resurrection. Well, that would have come in handy in the beginning of the fight, wouldn't it? I'm reasonably certain, because it's a Mon, and because, as specified, I'm fairly confident he's non-elemental, you basically got a little bit of all soul energy. Obviously, because I've got level maxes, I only got the fire and the wind. But, there you go. That was why you get the Destruction Stone. Get the Destruction Stone, and at the end of this fight, you get the soul of a Mon. And therefore, I can fuse with him. And that's why I'm fairly confident he's non-elemental, because I've played the game before, therefore I know what I'm on. I know roughly what Amon does. If you remember rightly, I've been discussing, there's sort of two ultimates. I think I've been discussing this. I might not have been, actually, but nonetheless, there are two ultimate fusions for Yuri. Amon is one of them. And technically, you have seen the other one earlier on in the game, but I won't necessarily spoil that. No, the soul contract, I cannot lose. I mean, you literally just did. Huff. I don't think he's supposed to be saying that. I think that is a sort of... It's over. It's all over now. You are overconfident. It is I who will end it. Haven't you noticed? All of the power generated by our battle has been transferred to the float. What? Soon the float will appear. You cannot stop it now. I have won. I have won. I will whipple away. Wait, you little shit-staining bastard fucker. Oh no, it's the float. And it looks like the float is about to rise. Oh, shitting hell. It's a giant dark castle. Go for the floating ring with your dragon on a catapult. Oh, magical circles. Across the world. I'm summoning a space alien to destroy the Earth. Ha ha ha! Rain doesn't stop bacon. Technically, we should call him Albert Simon now, because that's his official name.
My ultimate dream. Now I shall achieve it. Behold!
Behold my ultimate achievement!
Convicted me in Nuremberg 400 years ago. Behold the fruits of your folly. This light, this storm, now is the end of the world! Oh, glorious throne of the Lord on high, Yamato.
Oh, that's how we pronounce it, Neometa. I've not been pronouncing it like that.
Which God shall bestow a new future on a world despoiled by human corruption. Oh God, at last
Oh
the
God,
time has come.
oh God, that's a big castle.
Distant reaches of the universe and time descend now upon this earth. Thousands upon thousands before me have tried, but failed. But I am the one who will finally achieve it.
You know shit's going down when they start doing the...
What is it?
It's a white hole. Oh, it's an umbilical cord of some kind.
The float has risen. There's nothing you can do to stop it now.
Oh, fat bastard's left a floater.
Son of a...
Oh, you son of a... You son of a bitch. You son of a wanker.
7 days from now, God shall descend to earth. You can wave your fists all you want. It will change
I will.
absolutely nothing.
I will wave 4 fists when I get the upgraded fire summon and kick the shit out of whatever god you summon, you little dickhead. Oh.
Down upon the earth like manna.
Top-notch evil laugh from Bacon there. Hey, real Bacon. We need to, solve the problem of fake bacon.
Oh, that was quick. How is she doing?
She's resting in London Rat's hideout. She's in better shape than I thought. For an older lady, she's in real good shape, if you know what I mean, you dirty old man. Oh, you definitely know what I mean.
I'm glad to hear that, but, well, our trouble is just starting, I'm afraid.
Hey, Raj, what is that big castle-looking thing anyway? I mean, Yuri, in that question, you have answered your fucking question. What is the big castle-looking thing? It's a big castle. What else is it? You dipshit.
It's one of the legacies left behind by beings who visited this planet long ago. It's Nim.
When you say one of the legacies, do you mean there are other things like that out there?
Oh, definitely. About 100 of them, I'd guess.
That many?
Except they didn't get that many games, which is a bloody shame. All that remains is ruins, but there was a person in the past who tried to revive them several times. It's just like the renowned Tower of Babel. It's not something that can be easily controlled by humans.
That Albert guy, he said the gods would fly from the depths of the sky. But what is that Neem machine? The 00 Mean Machine with Dick Dastardly and Muttley. That was a shit Muttley impression, wasn't it? Yes, it was.
It was he who said that the Neem means float in the ancient tongue of Ebby. Do you know what a float is? It's the thing that bobs when a fish bites when you are fishing. Once the float goes up, God will home in on it from the N72 nebula some 4,800,000 light years away.
Fucking... I know it's a weird game, but now we've gone slightly weirder there. You mean God lives that far away? That doesn't sound right somehow.
Calling it God is something humans dreamed up themselves. More precisely, it's an alien organism.
So God's an alien, eh? I always thought he sits on this leaf with his hands like this. He didn't do a hand gesture, so we don't know. That's... the hands the way Buddha sits.
If you saw a human with the eyes of an ant, they would seem overwhelmingly huge, right? You wouldn't want to fight them, would you? Ants may not understand it, but humans could almost be their god figure for them.
So are you saying that to this organism from space we're the same, just like ants?
That's correct.
So I'm an ant, huh? I always wondered why I had these extra legs and could lift such heavy weights. It all makes so much sense now. Why is it that you're depressed?
Something too overwhelmingly powerful for humans to deal with is coming to this planet. I suppose if that happens, Earth and everything on it will be wiped out.
What's wrong?
Well, that's what we gotta fight, right?
What? You really intend to fight? Are you fucking batshit? You're fighting a god! The size of the planet! You're a fucking idiot!
Isn't there a way to stop it? Is Albert really going to bring about the destruction of the world?
There is a way. Oh, hopefully there's a way to get the frames back. Thank you. We've got to destroy the float inside Neum before God homes in on it.
Can it really be done? But it's floating in space.
And that's when the instantaneous matter transporter will come into play.
Just convenient that he has one.
Go and start that generator for me.
Bedildo. I did say this is oddly reminiscent of the cosmic. Is it cosmic? The treadmill in Flash. Huh. This is a generator. How do I start it? You run on it, sir.
Get on top of it and run. Run real fast. Run, I said run. Looking enough power.
Why do I have to do this? Whoa. Oh shit, and now spin rings. Spin the... Ah, you bastard. I'm so bad. So bad at the ring things. Really need to get better. Especially because I know the hardest ring in the game. Oh, I only got to do it twice this time. Well, I suppose maybe because it's a story-based one. I'm fairly certain it was 3 times the first time. But because I fucked it up, it went, nah, you're clearly shit. Just do 2 this time, eh? Alright,
Here we go.
and instant transmission. Huh? He's gone. Like, fuck for that, I didn't like that guy anyway.
Bacon in space. Space bacon. I'm back. Did you see that? You saw what my teleporter is capable of, right? You can go anywhere using my teleporter.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing, but didn't you almost get killed there?
Oh, what's wrong with you? You're imagining things that may still need a slight adjustment, but pretty great, huh? If you set the target in the specific coordinates, it flies right in.
There must be another way.
There is none.
Well, okay then. She put up a fight, didn't she? There must be another way. Nope. Ah, fair dues. See what I mean? Either we die in this machine or at the hands of the alien organism. We shall throw the dice and let fate decide. How interesting. Which dice would you like? I've got a D20, got a D10, got a D100 here, got a D6. I don't know what that one is. There's a D12 and a D4. Which would you like? I've got a couple of D8s as well if you were interested. How interesting. I know. I thought it was quite interesting. I've got several dice all over the place.
You really don't trust me, huh? I can't believe it. You speak that way about my greatest invention.
D2, that's technically that is a coin. And if you're interested, a D1, I believe, is technically a spherical marble. No, I didn't mean anything. Yeah, that's right, Raj. We love your machine, so take us to the stars. Niam, here we come.
Trust me, I'll make sure to get you there safely. I promise, promise, promise. Since we've made our decision, I'll get ready. Please get ready for departure too, everyone.
And here, I believe... Should we go back to the hideout too? Yes, I think we do. So, I believe in every drop of rain that comes, yes, I believe.
Time to get to work. I never thought my pizza delivery machine would save mankind.
You're what? You're what, mate? You're what? Right, so... This is verging on the point of no return. Touch it, touch it, touch it real good. Touch it, touch it, touch it good. Do you want to touch it? Yes, you do. Would you want to touch it? Yes, you do. Have you ever touched? Yes, I have. Did you enjoy touching it? Yes, I did. Everybody touch it. Oh, yeah, thanks. Right, I don't need anything in the shop after all. I thought I might have wanted something in the shop, but it turns out, nah, I couldn't give a shit. Couldn't give a shit, mate, couldn't give a shit. Right, said Fred, have another cup of shit. No, you don't want a cup of shit. I suppose depends on your opinion of cup of soups as to whether you think they're a cup of shit or not. So yes, I believe we have reached side quest Central. If we want to do all the side quests, it is now time. It is time for side questing. Which, I mean, yay and nay. I think I can get away with... I think I can get away with popping to the hideout. In fact, yes. In order to get some of the things, I have to go to the hideout. So I think we can do this scene first. Whoa, The only thing to soothe the human heart is liquor and lottery. I won't do it. Bring me some booze? No, I won't do that either. If I won't play the lottery, I won't. Drunken Yuri. I didn't need you, drunken Yuri. Right, so I've got to figure out what I am missing. I am missing several ultimate weapons, some of which I can remember where to get them, some of which I cannot. I am also missing some graveyard stones, some of which I remember where to get, and some of which I do not. Big bro, mummy did it, yippee yippee! Would you like to change party members? My party's fine. My party's real fine, if you know what I mean. Yeah. Oh, I'm so bored. Kids really tire you out. Take me with you too. I must admit, as unwise as it probably is, I'm gonna take Marguerite for a little bit. So Keith in exchange for Marguerite. Yes, it is okay. The reason why it's unwise is because she's 5 levels lower than Keith, and Keith was fucking 5 levels lower than Alice and Yuri. So it's unwise, and I'll probably use Keith as the final party member when I actually go to Nîmes, which is why I should probably continue his training, but fuck off. Fuck off with your logic and decent gameplay. I fancy looking at a woman's knickers when she does a fucking back handstand. Well, shall we raise a glass to the world on what may be one of its final nights? Alright, is it time for me to jump in again? No! You literally have no reason to be in the party. You can go home, Zhuzhen. Nobody wants you. Nobody needs you. Nobody cares for you. Go home, old man. Go home. So it's actually this scene. Well, having said that, I would need Hallie. I suppose maybe you could leave Hallie behind. I don't know, but... Hallie, thou hast not won even once. I swear, that feels like a glitched line. I don't know why. It's just the thou hast. It doesn't feel like it's the right line. It's weird. Anyway, Mum, are you okay? You're spouting nonsense in Shakespearean language. I don't think you're alright in the head, love. You shouldn't get up just yet. I know, but I'm okay. After 3 years, we're finally together. I'm so sorry, Mum. I wanted to go see you sooner, but I was a little kid and I couldn't get in the front door. It's okay, Ali. It must have been very difficult for you. You've done a great thing here. It's all thanks to the little ones. I've got to protect them. How you've grown, Ali. Mum, don't embarrass me. What is it? I'm going to fight until the end with Yuri. Will you be okay with that? As long as you promise to come back to me like your father did. You're beginning to look a lot like him. Dad? Who was my dad? I don't fucking know. Yes, your father always kept his promises thanks to your father. I'm here with you now. I promise. I'll be back. Let's go to America together. We'll take a boat with Chris, Sharon and Joshua and meet Dad. I must admit, I don't know who his father's meant to be. I don't know if that is in the game Kudelka. It might be. But no fucking clue who his father's meant to be. Hallie. That's what we'll do, right, Mum? Go to America and see the sights. Okay. Alright, I promise. I promise, my darling boy. We'll go to America. Yuri, Alice. Sorry about that. Bad time? No, it's okay. You're leaving now? Yuri, I don't know how to thank you. Thank you so much for coming to see me. Come on, you're embarrassing me. As for me, I can't believe the damn voice. I mean, that mysterious voice was actually a beauty like you. Rude hero strikes again. Also, I want to thank you for saving Alice at Quiet Tower. But how come it was only me whose head hurt when they heard your voice? Was I being punished? Interesting little bit of information for you. I quite liked this revelation. That's because all the monsters fused inside you become terrified, like bats fear the sunlight. I see. There's nothing to worry about. You're protected by a greater spirit. A spirit so strong that even Albert fears. Look deep inside yourself. You'll know who that soul belongs to. I know, Kudelka. But yes, that's why his head hurt. Because the spirits inside of him didn't like Kudelka's magic forcing its way inside of his brain.
Alice, you've grown strong. You carried on your father's spirit and travelled a difficult road bravely. No, it's just because of all the help I got from everyone. I can see the burden you carry for the sake of your loved one. You're scared, right? Just don't ever give up hope. You have Yuri now. The curse may be strong, but he will protect you, alright? Yes, that's right. I can't do anything anymore, but I'll wait here for your safe return. Roger will help you with the rest. Now go.
Right, so I believe at this point I can now travel to Neum.
I can't do anything anymore, but pray for your safe return.
Which means I think it's side quests o'clock.
Side quests o'clock.
Or it's drunk quest o'clock, as was just seen there. Right, let's have a little savey. A little savey. Right, okay, so I'm going to create a third backup save for now. And then resave in the first slot as my standard slot. There we go. Just in case I need that backup. I don't think I will, because ultimately I'm not going to do anything too drastic. So now, we saw last week she could summon monsters. Now I believe she can do it efficiently. There you go, I'm good to go. I can summon any monster. Do you want to see a monster? Yeah, I want to see a monster. Who's going to fight? Oh, that's interesting. Is Hallie suddenly in the party? I think Hallie may have literally just forced his way into the party. You haven't won once. Alright, thanks. Thanks. Jesus. Give us a moment. Oh, awesome. Fucking boss god. Great. I realise it's one of the early ones, but I never bothered using a tent to heal myself, so... I don't know if Yuri's going to be able to do it now, or whether I'm going to have to do a bit of training to get Yuri to finish this one, but... I'm reasonably certain at some point you can also do all three of your party members having a go. Oh, that was a piece of piss, wasn't it? Blimey. Goodbye, you evil boss god monster. So I think much like in... fucking hell knows where we were previously. Was it Shanghai? It might have been Shanghai. Much like in Shanghai, I think it's 10 battles, and you win, you get a lovely little prize, you lose, nothing really happens. Ah! Skull penis monster! We've never seen the skull.
I'm a speckled creeper. I'm a happy creeper. Very happy if you see the penis in the background there. It's not a penis. Remember, everyone, it's not a penis, but he is a happy creeper and a speckled creeper. Let's take out the speckled creeper first. we'll leave the happy creeper. Oh fuck! I'm doing 0 damage. Yay! I think I'm going to need a fusion. I don't know what their weakness is going to be, but maybe I require an element. I don't know. This is a problem. Thank you, game. Let's use burn up all the enemies. Maybe it is literally just use magical damage against them. It's perfect. You lose. You get nothing. Good day, sir. I said good day. Ah, good. Right. So the speckled creeper was apparently weak to fire. And now the happy creeper is going to have a go. It's not a penis. Just remember, it's not a penis. The fact that you have to say that kind of makes it a penis. If you're a happy creeper and you know it slapped your penis,
If you're a happy creeper and you know it, slap your penis. If you're slapping. If you're happy and you're slapping and you're happy that you're slapping. If you're happy and if you're a happy creeper and you know it, slap your penis against people's faces. Wow, you won. Yeah, I know. It was slightly awkward. Speckled creepers and happy creepers, but nonetheless, I did in fact win. Thank you. Bird monsters. Horrible. Bird monsters. The cat. Ah, good. You're doing 0 damage. Fuck you, buddy. Fuck you. I say 0. Technically, they're doing 1 each, which is, you know, fucking shit. So it doesn't make any difference that I missed that first attack. It's slightly disappointing because I could have killed one previously and done this far more efficiently and quicker, but nonetheless, in terms of actual damage to me, it makes very little difference. Biddly diddly bomba, biddly biddly bomba, biddly biddly bomba. Have you been to Bombay with your biddly diddly da? I don't think I can go to Bombay because I don't think Bombay exists anymore, does it? No, it doesn't. Or at least I'm fairly certain it doesn't. I think, didn't Bombay become Mumbai? And then did Mumbai become something else entirely as well? I may be behind on my geographical adjustments. Wow, you won! Yeah! I'll bring it on! Bring it on! Bring it on! Bring it on real good! Punch him! Upside down dude! In his stupid twin faces! He's going to take 2, isn't he, at least? Because I think that's the guy we were facing in the previous dungeon with his handgun. It's a very nice handgun. And his sort of dual faces. I'll tell you what, once we've done this, I might go into the monster encyclopedia. The monster encyclopedia and have a closer look at some of the lore of these guys. Because it's moderately interesting seeing, you know, seeing what excuse they sort of come up with for the foul monstrosities they have in this game is quite interesting. I'm sure some of it is actually based on real, I use the phrase real in the loosest sense of the word, real mythology. Ooh, Sandalphon is disgusting, isn't it? I'll tell you what I really need to do. I really need to try and, at some point, I'm going to have to go in and, as I say, I'm fairly certain it's one of 2 options. You either have to go berserk and you'll use your 3rd level move, or you have to go and die. Which, dying would be inconvenient. Must admit, the only one I knew was Bombay to Mumbai, which was quite some time ago, I think. The other ones I had no clue. Especially, it's interesting to hear that Kolkata is Calcutta now, because I've been watching a lot of the scam betas. I don't know if you've ever seen any of them. The 2 that I've been sort of primarily looking at is Kit Boga. He's one of the more known ones, I think, and a fellow by the name of Jim Sterling. And the pair of them, not Jim Sterling, maybe? No, I might be getting him confused with that gaming fella. Anyway, the idea is that you know, these people are sort of just wasting phone call scammers' times, and it's quite a fascinating little amusement. I must admit, the Jim fella, whose name I'm not convinced is Sterling, might be Jim Browning. Don't know. Anyway, nonetheless, the point is he's slightly more interesting with it because he any connection he gets to a virtual machine, he sort of reverses and finds out all their information, and an awfully large volume of them tend to be based in Kolkata. Oh, it's the big ugly womb woman with the creepy legs. I really didn't need to miss that. I really needed to hit it. Christ. These may prove a little too tough for me, but you never know. I'll carry on, but I might need a few more levels. That could be just game over right here. Yep. think that's the end of the fight. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the end. That's too bad. Come back again. I will, bitch. I will. The world is full of surprises. Sharon can bring strange creatures. For some reason, I went strange. For some reason, I went strange. I can see it. I can see it. The monsters thou hast defeated account for 61% of the total. The treasure thou hast accumulated accounts for 68% of the total. The world is truly a mysterious place. Yeah, it is, isn't it? Right, let's have a look at some of that lore stuff that I was referring to. Let's have a look. So, Windshear couldn't give a shit, couldn't give a shit, couldn't give a shit, couldn't give a shit, couldn't give a shit. Prototype Windshear couldn't give a shit. Ah, there we go. Amon. Demon that appears in King Solomon's Book of Magic, Lemegeton. A violent, evil and cruel soul. Its appearance signifies the end of the world. The inverse. There we go. And yeah, you can see, in fact, the inverse has 3 heads. Ghost that has resided in Nimeton Monastery for a long time. It roams among the ruins now. It is a soul that will never be saved. The guinea pig. Unblessed life born of Nimeton Monastery's spirit. It has intelligence but no human instincts. No human emotions. It acts on instincts. The sin. The strafe. The Olga. Ressent. Bugs. Doom. Meat Eater, Spectre, Mammon, Night Stalker, Banshee, Lamgelg, Camissots, Bifrons, bye-bye, Bifrons, Dead Knight, Hollow, Gremlin, Gorm, Tinderloose, Primarman. Now, where is the penis monster? I cannot seem to find the penis monster. I mean, I found those 2 penis monsters. Ah, the Happy Creeper! Dark entity of Kowloon. Rumoured to be Wugui's creation. Based on the 3 demons of Kowloon, it wears bondage clothes. It's not a penis. It's not a penis. But it does wear bondage clothes. And it does have a skull for a head. It's a fucking weird creature. A speckled creeper. Unbalanced entity that lives in Kowloon. It may be a kappa that changed to light glass while swimming in the sewer from Fentian. And the sergeant. Well, he's not weird. It's a bit odd that you'd end up just... And there's a sergeant. Just randomly in the middle. It's just a strap-on then. Yeah, I suppose it could be. Okay, so... Right, now we've established I can't win that fight bit. What do I want to do? Okay. Right. So I think, yeah, Hallie has forced his way into the party. Hallie? Yeah, Hallie, buddy, Hallie, buddy, fuck off. Right. Things for the doing. Right, things I can remember. And things I can't remember. Tell you what, I think I remember where to get the water stone. Can't guarantee that I'm at the right time. I might need to do stuff before doing that, I'm not sure. But as I say, I'm fairly certain I remember where to get the water stone. So go back to the British menu, go back to the European menu, and go to Prague, I believe it is. If memory serves, yes it is. Superb. Right. What we want to do is pop to the pub. Pop in the pub. That's the one. I don't think anything special happens here. Things have been slow. Darcy went into the toilet a while ago and still hasn't come back. Ah, I was just beginning to wonder if maybe he came upon a monster in there again. Could you go check? Yes, I can go check for Darcy in the toilet. He refused to go in the ladies' toilet. Oh, hello, do you need anything? No, not from you, dear, not from you. But I can go in the gents' toilet, and I think... Maybe I have to rescue Darcy. Darcy, are you in... Hey, you okay? No! What is it? What happened? Shit happened. I'm ready. The monster? There isn't any paper. Here. Thanks. I won't forget what you've done for me. I'm fairly certain I gave him tissues. which is why it is actually slightly useful. Smelling slightly odd. Lovely. Delightful game. Thank you. That's just what we needed. But yes, I think that's why I said it was semi-useful to win tissues in the lottery. Darcy went to the toilet and then still hasn't come back. Go check. Oh my, did I pass in the bathroom? I can't remember anything. So, I must admit, I'm going to just investigate and then I'm going to leave and come back. Smelling slightly odd. Okay, I think maybe... Tell you what I'll do. Oh, no, here we go. Fair enough. Hey, thanks for before. Maybe you'll take this as thanks. I shat it out. I've received a yellow stone. This stone was found on a riverbank. When you hold it, you feel like you're in a mountain stream. Even if it was in a filthy toilet, eh? Enjoy. Enjoy this piss-soaked stone that I gave you. Did you, wash your hands? Maybe not. Oh, what a relief. Yes. What a relief. I've just handed off my piss-soaked stone to someone else. You've received air gravestone. Okay. That's not the gravestone I was expecting. But it is a gravestone. I did say I'd find a gravestone in the toilet. I just assumed it was going to be the aqua-based one. So I think we're kind of done here. Hello, you must be tired. Take the load off and relax a while. No, I'm fine, mate. I'm fine. So, okay, that's good-ish. Modern life is, in fact, goodish. So let's have a look. I can show you the air gravestone. Strangely glowing stone. It gives off the same airy feeling that I get in the graveyard. Talking of stuff that I got, let us equip the soul. We're going to remove Chernabug, and we are going to have Amon, arrayed in black. The lord of all the soul spirits is said to have a powerful influence over life, death, and even karma. And you know how shit Bacon looked wielding Amon? Look how fucking awesome Yuri looks wielding Amon. I mean, look at that. He's got a fucking arm blade, delightful arse. It's just unfortunate it's taken so long to get back round to the front. There we go. But yeah, he's not got the weird sort of off-balanced stance. He's not got the weird pokey bits out of his crotch. He's just got epic wings and a mighty arm blade, and he is fucking awesome. He is probably one of the best souls around in terms of visual looks, at the very least. Right, so what do we want to do next? I mean, now I'm slightly at a loss for where the bloody hell we get the Aqua Stone. Fairly certain I don't already have the Aqua Stone, otherwise I'd have probably used it by now. But nonetheless, yeah, it's a troublesome problem, to be sure. Now, I'm fairly certain this one, everything's gotten so quiet. I swear, where we saw that garlic overgrowing or something, were all of these garlic cloves hung as some sort of protection? They've started to sprout. Okay, no, I'm wrong. Old and cheap crucifix. No, okay, I'm wrong there. Ah, that's a... That's a bugger. Is that the guy they named the stadium after? Try hard. The treasure chest is empty. Bugger. No. Oh, hang on. There's one other area I'd like to test here. Oh, I know where there's another gravestone. Or do I? Yes, no, I think this is the Earth gravestone I'm heading towards. If you remember way back, it may take some finagling, but this little girl had a bag of seeds that someone also thought was a bag of gold, but it turns out it's not a bag of gold, it's a bag of seeds. I sowed those weird looking seeds that were in that bag. They were sprouting right up, but then they suddenly withered. I thought that was strange since they were doing so well, so I dug them up. When I got to the roots, they were wrapped around some strange stone, like they were protecting it. It was a green stone, and somehow it looked like you. Thanks, I don't think. So here, you can have it. Take good care of it. You've received the Earth gravestone. Booyah! Grab valuables, and looky, oddly glowing stone. It gives off exactly that same wavelength as the one in the graveyard, the green Earth stone. Superb. That's another stone bites the dust. Yeah, another stone does, and another stone does, and another stone bites the dust. Yeah. Right, I'm going to pop to Blue Castle as well, because I might need Keith, actually, thinking about it. Yeah, I think I need Keith for this, so we'll leave that one. Eamon G. Carter Stadium on the campus of TCU. Ah, yes. I was going to say, I would never have gotten that reference. Right, there might be something secret in Ruin. I mean, in fairness, at the moment, there's not a huge volume of locations, so it's kind of just have a pop around and see what you can find. Let's go in the church, I think will probably be the best one. Happy Leonard! Ever since that incident, the church has been sealed shut. Yes, it has, hasn't it? The door to church is sealed tightly. Diddle, 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 diddle. Is my nose like too big, or you look like thinking it's cool? Is it is that a good thing or a bad thing? Yeah, no, like no, bro. I think there's only really one super pertinent lottery at this stage, anyway. There might be some pleasant to have items, but nothing super pertinent. But I think there is one lottery that is absolutely super pertinent. I apologise for the weird shake, the weird little shimmy shame there. No, okay, no, maybe I'm wrong. I swear, I feel like this has more significance, but I suppose we've already kind of had a little bit of significance, I suppose. Yeah, no, alright, no, maybe I'm wrong. Just a bit weird that a Texas businessman and a newspaper publisher shares a name with an Egyptian god. Yeah, that's true. Can't be open. No, alright, maybe I'm barking up the wrong church, as it were. So maybe there is nothing in this church after all. I suppose there might be something in the hotel. Is it worthwhile checking that? I suppose it's probably worthwhile checking the hotel. I mean, without looking up a guide, unfortunately, I fear this is kind of basically what this game is now going to be. Yeah, go on. I've got loads of money. I didn't necessarily need a rest there, but fuck it. You never know. Something interesting might happen doing it. So, because I'm not using a guide at the moment, it is very much sort of a scattergun approach of whatever the fuck I want to do. Oh, it's Yuri and all the rest of you. This is perfect. I was just on my way to find you. I wanted to touch you again. You were. Well, I do to deserve that. Relax, I just wanted to deliver a letter for you, Meanie. A letter? Yes. Yeah, it's from Xue in Shanghai. From Xue? Let's see.
How are you? A year has passed since the Shanghai earthquake. Things are slowly recovering. Life is tough, but my father and I are both doing well. How are you doing? Sergeant Cato visited our house today. He still couldn't pronounce anybody's names. He wants to know where you are. He realised that we didn't know, so we made small talk and then he left. It was a tragic story, one I didn't want to write, but I feel I must let everyone know.
Oh, we got a little extra cutscene. Cato? Yes? You puzzle me, ignoring your order to return to Tokyo so you can remain in this type of place. No, I'm interested in the forbidden magic that the adept dwarf freed. I've been doing some research. Research? All you do is hang around me all the time, running errands. I don't love you. I mean, I love you. I love you. You're protecting me, right? I appreciate it. You appreciate me? I love you. Now that Shanghai is under our control, I'm just a loud, whimsical hound dog to the higher-ups. A replacement dog will be sent. Come on, what are you talking about? You're still a hero of the Japanese people. Cato. Yes? I wonder what Yuri and the others are doing now. They're wondering what you're doing now. Yes, I've been missing ever since the Shanghai earthquake. I haven't heard anything more since. I'm sure they're travelling far, holding firmly to their convictions. No one to answer to, just following their instincts. Somewhere deep inside, I envy them. Well, why are you shouting all of a sudden, son? There are no rules in life, only the ones you make for yourself. I want to live a life with no regrets. It might be difficult, but only you can change the way you lead your life. Kato. Remember, Kato, for if I ever do the second game. Because he plays a relatively important part in the second game, I believe. I love you. Told you. I love you. I will follow you down whatever path you decide to take in life. I, Masaru Kato, will not leave anything to regret. And considering it's a shame I've only just remembered how much of an important part he plays in the second game, because I've given him a fucking stupid voice, and that's not going to work in the second game. Oh, what am I doing? Okay, then again, it might actually work in the second game.
Yes, I think you're right.
Oh no! What is this? What? Knock before you enter.
Lieutenant Colonel Kawashima, we've received an urgent wire from Tokyo. Please come to HQ immediately.
A wire from Tokyo? Is it from my father? Okay, let's go.
Cool.
It's okay, I'll be right back, then we can continue this conversation. Why are you shaking? Well, let's go.
Oh! Shit! I just declared my love to a woman who's now been shot. Fuck.
And hello to you. I was deep in character there.
Fuck.
So yes, hello to the power of, I believe we're at 16 at least.
Oh no, Lieutenant Colonel, hello, Lieutenant Colonel.
It appears my father has deserted me.
We'll get you here right away, hang on.
I guess I had it coming. The last gear fitting.
Lieutenant Colonel, hang in there.
Kato, thanks for everything.
Oh, Hawaii! Nani! Do you know what? It's weird. I was looking for an excuse to use the word nani because I was playing a Japanese game earlier and heard it and thought, oh, that's always funny. Nani! And I finally got a reason to use it, and I've forgotten until afterwards, which is annoying.
He was in a horrible state. We couldn't find any words to console him. Sergeant Kato will take Lieutenant Colonel Kawashima's ashes back to Japan tomorrow. Yuri, there are many rebel factions in Shanghai fighting against the Japanese army. I hope nothing happens. I also hope that you'll come back to Shanghai soon. From Shua. P.S. I've enclosed a scarf I knitted for you. Please pass it along to Zhuzhen.
You've received Coat of the Adept. Now that's interesting. I think I've got 2 of those. Fuck.
Life is so ironic. Now don't you guys turn out like that, you hear? Because that'd really make me cry.
I mean, you missed the Happy Creeper. That sounds disturbing. Was it worse than the penis monsters? It was a penis monster.
It really makes you think, you know. No, I don't need to riff. Oh, actually, tell a lie. I want to get Keith out, so I might as well try. I might as well do things I remember as I remember them. I suppose is the key thing, right? So yes, do if you're taking notes, as is so often the way that I suggest you do, you should take a note about what happened to Kato there, because that's important for the second game. If we do play the second game, having Kato there will, you know, knowing what happened with Kato there. Ah, there we go. Happy Creeper. Happy Creeper. Happy Creeper coming to get you. Penis. It's not a penis, but it's a penis. It's not a penis, but it's a penis. I will
waggle it. I will waggle it in your face. That's how I do things. What is it with this game? I know. Absolutely fucking know. Blue Castle. And yes, the last line, of course, is it wears bondage clothes. So I suppose to get you up to speed to a certain extent, we're basically at the point of no return. We beat Roger Bacon. He fused with Amon, and then we beat Amon, which is the sort of slightly pornographic version of Pokemon. Gotta beat 'em all, beat 'em on. And now we're basically sort of scrounging around looking for side quests, seeing what we can accomplish. Now, I happen to know there is some interesting bits and pieces in the Blue Castle, which is why I am wandering around the Blue Castle. I am 99% certain I do not have to go to the tower again, because we dealt with that gravestone previously. I'm laughing, but I don't know whether it's out of fear or not. Exactly. That's how this game gets you. But what we do want to do is pop down to that crypt once again, because I believe, unless I have to do something specific first, which is definitely plausible. Yes. I might end up needing to do some other... In fact, I've got a feeling I will have to look that up, because finding them is going to be troublesome. I can't remember, but I think you have to have... God, I really can't do Alice's Judgment Ring. Absolutely atrocious. But nonetheless, I can't seem to hit all of the appropriate things that I need to hit. Oh yeah, the other thing I need to look up. Do I now have 2 coats of the Adept? Because I think I've got 2 coats of the Adept, which is like, fuck off. Why would you give me 2 coats of the Adept? That's an absolutely stupid game. And I'm really hoping that I'm going to discover that I'm wrong. And you didn't... Oh, fuck off, Malice. So laugh if Mr. Caliber suddenly decided to come in the chat at exactly that point and misheard me. But nonetheless, right, equipment, that's what we're after. Equipped items, armour, there we go. Oh, no, that's interesting. Okay, so the coat of the Sage cuts fire damage in half. The coat of the Adept, I see. So, okay, the coat of the Adept is actually his ultimate. It's his ultimate armour. A short coat woven by Shiwa with the soul of a young girl. Oh, smells like Shanghai. Oh, I can't defend this game. I'm sorry, I can't. It's good. I can't defend it. In fairness, yesterday's thing with the creator of Reventure, I genuinely didn't believe it at all. I recognised the name, so I knew that it was the name of the developer, but I genuinely, I'm still not 100% unconvinced that it wasn't a very, very clever bot based on the fact that Malice had equipped the Twitch, the Twitch sync with that game. But fuck me. I mean, in fairness, I know it wasn't because he answered a direct question, but Jesus. I mean, that's a hell of a thing to have the developer of the game just pop in and go, "Hi, thanks for playing." I mean, that's dedication to your video game, isn't it, really? If you're willing to just sort of pop around Twitch having a look. You never know, someone might be playing the game. It's fucking absolutely wonderful. Okay, that's strange. It seems like a normal corpse. Now. Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. If it wasn't obvious... I mean, they're a small dev team. I can believe one of them cares about it enough to keep tabs on anyone streaming it. Well, I mean, I can see what you're saying, but I don't know. It just feels like a peculiar thing for one of them to be doing. But I mean, kudos to the fella. Oh, is that statue always bloody? No, okay. It seems like the news. Fuck yeah.
Bugger, bugger, bugger. I was fairly convinced that there was something down here. Maybe I have to have something. I think maybe I need to have a special item, but I don't know what that item is. Okay, so slight problem with the part I remember. I clearly don't remember it. The podcast, one of the hosts seemed to have a alert set up for anyone playing the PS1 game, The Bouncer. Interesting. Well, I suppose it's probably good research to know what people like about your game and not know, and what they don't like about your game. It just, it just seems like a hell of a thing to do, and it's quite a bit of kudos, isn't it? Having the developer come into your stream, but nonetheless, as I say, I was about as slow as Malice was, because I genuinely sort of, as I say, I looked at it and thought, no, I don't believe that. That's bullshit. But there you go. I suppose maybe it's because I doubt Malice's reach and his ability to draw a creator of a video game into a stream, but still. One moment, I need to investigate a buzzing. I think the buzzing might have been in the game. Very weird. Malice has helped sell a few copies of the game because of that stream. Yeah, that's true. I mean, certainly there's me. Did you? Was it Malice who made you buy the game, or other people? Do you know bought the game off of Malice's recommendation? Because I know, as I say, I must admit I saw it on sale prior to Malice buying it and decided not to bother. And then recently in the Steam, the big summer sale, I thought, fuck it, I'll have a go. So I'm having a playthrough of it as well. Scungeon, yes, so that's one. But yeah, it's been quite a draw for people, that one, isn't it? Right. Fuck. Okay, I've got another theory. Because we picked up a key. Did we? I'm misremembering. I feel like we picked up a key after we'd done a thing. Therefore, we might be able to unlock a door in here that might lead us somewhere special, and it might lead us to something interesting no matter what. But my brain is struggling on the secrets. I feel like it might be a case. Oh fuck! It's well past putting away time as well. Anyway, but I suppose we'll deal with this one, and then what I might have to do is I might have to look up a guide for some of the side quests. I've got the sort of Save Alice one. I think I know how to do that. But some of these other gravestones, like the fire one, I mean, it's one of those ones where it's going to have something to do with fire in some fashion. It's going to have been warmed, it's going to have been cooked. Is there a cooking place somewhere? I'm not convinced. I know roughly where I'm looking for getting Keith's ultimate sword, but there's obviously a step. There's obviously a step that I'm missing. Oh, hey. The Shave Alice one. Yes. Yes, the save. We're saving Alice. We're trying to save Alice. Because I am going to go for the good ending, the happy ending, despite the fact that the happy ending is the non-canonical ending. But I can describe to you what the miserable ending is based on what the happy ending will be seen as. Oh, you really do not do a lot of damage, do you, love? Oh, I might as well just stick to regular damaging at this point. I should have used one of Keith's ultimate moves, but I forgot and just kept pressing the attack button. Fucking Keith! Keith, you're supposed to kill the little shit. Fuck my life. There always seems to be one bug that is slightly tougher than all the rest, I think. Fuck you. It's always interesting when games do that. I suppose
Yeah, I don't know. It is a bit of an odd one, but I suppose it's one of those ones where it's probably it might be a case of like XCOM. Most people are going to just. I mean, you said the reason why they went with a canonical ending of XCOM was lost is because most people lost, and most people in playing this are probably not going to know how to save Alice. As such, they're going to get the sad ending and go, "Oh, is that the ending? Are you absolutely sure there's nothing I can do?" And then they're going to find out, "Oh, actually, there's something I can do." Do you know what? I'm not entirely convinced of this now either. Is this? Oh, hello. So, my brain was correct. Looking more closely, a red stone is visible in a corner of the chest. You've received the fire gravestone, the only one that counts. I might as well take a rest because it just gives me more health back. Da diddly dum dee da dee doo. Have you had a diddly da dee doo dee da? Outside of the fucking fiery gravestone, I'm not convinced there's going to be anything else in here, but whoa! Okay. I stand entirely corrected. Hello, sir. Introverted Chopin. Want to... Count me in. I say. Okay, so we've got another P0, which is another weird glitch. The Eternity card. So, I mean, I would like the Eternity card, but I'm not going to burn too much. I mean, I suppose the point is... Oh! Thank you! Prize. I've received the Eternity card. Oh, yeah. I've got no problem talking. It's just that in this type of place, being quiet adds atmosphere. Superb. Well, we found the next lottery man. Which might... I've got a nasty feeling that might be how... we get heading towards Keith's ultimate weapon. We have to find all of the lottery members, so I need to find lottery member number 3 and lottery member number 2 if I haven't already seen them, which is problematic to say the least. Wait, jeez, scared the shit out of me there, game. I could have sworn I'd unlocked Resurrect and it wasn't on the list. But the list is only 6 spaces long, so you've got to go down one. Go down one. But yes, Resurrection. The bring a doodah back to the doodah. Bring someone back to life. Oh yeah, that's the other thing you missed, of course, Mr. Phoenix. You missed Alice being the crucial linchpin of victory that I always said she would be. So, yes, let's use Heckin' Café. He good. Really? Yes, really. She saved the day. She saved the day. Saved us all. Get earthed, bitches. Keith. You disappointment, Keith. Don't worry. The master of everything will, of course, save your ass again. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Diddly, 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 dum. I don't even know. There's not any real good reason why I'm here. What I really need to do, I really need to find... Oh, God. Fucking malice. Fucking malice. Ah, there's a save point. That's semi-handy. What I'll do is we'll do a little quick save here. I think I'm going to have to deal with that fucking graveyard, aren't I? Yeah, okay. Let's deal with the graveyard. So I could get some of those stones dealt with, but we'll leave stone gathering and stone conclusions till later. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, it's because I haven't got the wind one up to the wind level that I need. Right. Yes. Da 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 da. I hope this isn't a specific. No, it's not. Standard malice defeating. And of course, Keith disappointed you. He's killed Keith. Do you know what? It's interesting. You keep saying that. And I remembered earlier today that you're going to love the third game because there's a character ever so slightly dafter and possibly... I don't know. It depends on your opinion of the other name. I won't spoil it. You might look it up and find out yourself. But nonetheless, the third game... no, not quite as bad as Derek. Not as bad as Derek. It's an upgrade from Derek. It might even be an upgrade to Keith. I can't say for certain. But nonetheless, it is... I think it's, again, it's very much like that thing where he's a vampire called Keith. The guy in the third game is a ninja called... And as I say, I won't spoil it, although it's one of those ones where I don't know if I'm going to do the second game, let alone know that I'm going to do the third. So it's difficult to say for certain. Hey, there we go, let's deal with that situation. That's what we want to hear. Nothing. You get nothing for that. You don't... oh, God, I just need 2 souls in both fire and wind. Oh, it really shouldn't be too difficult to get round and get those 2 souls, because somewhere I'm naturally going to visit, surely, please game, surely has a couple of fire and a couple of wind enemies. Right, we've dealt with the malice. Let's save it up, and then I'm just going to check the lower reaches of this area. You'll just have to wait to see what my unreasonably strong opinions on names will say. Yes. I think I can just open that door. Yes, I can. So I don't know. I really don't know if there is anything specific or special here. I'm not convinced there is, but I'm going to keep tapping until I get something come up. Or I'm convinced there's nothing there. Oh, do you know what? Do you know what? Fuck it. I'm on. In fact, do you know what? Fuck it. Fuck it all. What we're going to do, yeah, although we're going to have a problem with Alice, they shouldn't be able to do too much damage. I am going to allow Amon to go berserk, which, as I say, I'm going to have a slight problem with Alice, but nonetheless, it's not really a quicker way of doing this. So yeah, Demon Rays, Mind Body Revival, and obviously to somebody. But no, I think we're just going to have to sort of wait several turns to allow Amon to go berserk. Fuck! Really? Fuck off. Fuck. Really? I mean, okay, so... Well, he's survived... Fuck it, paralysis is fine, I don't care. I do need to keep him alive though, so it might be worthwhile curing him. Or I'm wrong about the berserk part, and it's actually let him die is the correct method. But nonetheless, I'm fairly confident. I'm moderately confident it's berserk. To unlock the 3rd level of attack, you have to let him go berserk, and then he will use that attack, and then will have learnt it so that you can use it in the future. But as I say, the inconvenient thing, I mean, part of the inconvenient thing might be that paralysis will actually interfere with this plan, but I mean, at the moment, we just have to hope for the best, and we just have to waste our turns. Alice, I don't know if I'm going to... I think I will have to solve the Alice problem. So when she gets low, I will have to replenish her SP so that she's not a nuisance, essentially. And suddenly she's back to being a nuisance. She was the glorious be-all and end-all in the previous boss battles, but now her sanity is going to be a problem, and therefore she's back to being a fucking issue. Come on. Oh, maybe this is probably the worst fight to do this sort of thing against as well, but still. You can see there, they do actually replenish their status by themselves on occasion. You can just naturally heal from it, because you can see my boy Amon is back to being standard. What I really need to do... yeah, I think we need to wish away... Oh no, I think the confusion may have gone. Oh well, fuck it. Never mind. Never mind. Never mind. Wish away the poison and the confusion from Keith. Wish it away, oh, wish it away. She can't physically be poisoned, which is moderately helpful. Oh, I tell you what I should do as well. If I'm going to do this, efficiently, I'll have to get the jug. I think it's the small jug. No, I think it's the huge jug. If I put the huge jug on Yuri, this would speed up the process. But this was kind of, split second. Let's do it. Decision making. This wasn't a professional planned out method of getting the 3rd level attack. this is let's have something spectacular as the end of this session, or this half. But it's well over the half now, but never mind. I don't care that much, and I don't think you do either. Okay, so in 2 turns we're going to have an Alice problem. I think what we'll do is, I believe, pure seed, pure root. I've got more pure roots, and that should... I'm reasonably confident Amon's ultimate ability is going to wipe those bugs off the face of this earth, which means Alice should no longer require any sanity points in order to survive. So it's now just skip, what was it, 8 turns of Amon, or 7 turns? 7 turns. We just need to get through 7 turns of Amon, and then we can get the thing that we want. Of course, that's assuming I'm correct, and if I'm not correct, then it's a waste of fucking time. Oh well, never mind, it's wasting everybody's time, but we're wasting time together, so that's happiness. Happiness in a nutshell is the wasting time with other people. That's the way the life is. Is it? No, not really. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. I'm just kind of saying words as fast as possible in the hope that something comes out that is semi-productive. Diddly diddly dum dee. Now you're just diddly dum dee. That's right. If in doubt, you diddly diddly dum diddly dee diddly 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 dee dum dee dum diddly dum dee dum dee dum dee dum dee dee. Fucking paralysis. I'm still not sure if paralysis will interfere, but fuck it. I will wish the paralysis away.
Yuri, I wish you were healthy.
Alice, I wish you weren't such a bitch.
Oh, that's harsh.
Come along, hurry up. I suppose I could use the turbo button, but I can't remember what the turbo button is, and the turbo button is a slightly risky decision, considering it might just break the whole thing. It probably wouldn't, but it's still like, I don't know. Other emulators, I'd probably trust it a bit more, but this one, I don't know. I don't necessarily want to risk it just going turbo off. It would be extra wasted time if I have to do this again. Hopefully next turn. Is it next turn, or is it... Oh no, it's one more turn. Alice, why do you have... Alice? You stupid woman. Okay, no, I think it's still going to work out. Confusion! Shittingtons. Shittingtons. I don't want berserk confused. Yeah, no, I'm definitely going to wish the confusion away. Just in case. Because frankly, I can't guarantee that Amon, berserk and confused, wouldn't do his ultimate ability on the party. And I don't want that. Violently berserk! It's time for the end. 135 more games. That is a hell of a spending spree. I don't think I have ever... You learned the end. The end of everything. Awesome! Well, wasn't that fun? We just unlocked the end. Now we just have to do it for all 6 of the other summons, and then we have to do it. Then we have to do it again afterwards. There is one more summon that I will try and get my hands on, but again, I can't. It's another one of those ones where I can't quite remember how to do it. But I believe it links. It links in with the whole Alice saving Alice route that I will be taking naturally. Therefore, it's not going to be necessarily too troublesome to catch. Right, so we'll save it in the first slot, and then we'll save it in the second slot. I have too many games I wanted to play this year, and I still purchased all the New Blood games. All the New Blood games. Which ones are the New Blood games? I mean, I don't recognise it as a general term, and I don't recognise it as a specific game faction, but if you gave me more details, it might suddenly ring a bell of some kind. Little cheeky save slot. New Blood is an indie game. Guys, give us a couple of... They put out Dusk. Dusk. Anybody? No? Dusk. Anybody? No? Dusk. I'm going to look that up, because I think I might own it. Dusk. Anybody? No? Dusk. Anybody? No, I do not own Dusk. Okay, let's look up Dusk anyway. Rouge Legacy drops. I bet it does. Dusk. Anybody? No. Dusk. Dusk. Anybody? No. Dusk. Dusk. Anybody want Dusk? I see. Okay, so it's a sort of first-person FPS retro style. Oh, that's not bad. That's quite good. It's quite good looking. It's not what I thought it was, but nonetheless quite good looking. Unfortunate Spaceman. Again, that looks mildly interesting. Ah, now see, interestingly enough, I don't know which one. Yeah, their later retro FPS, which is a bit of a contradiction in statements. Medieval is in fact on my wish list, it would seem. So I have loosely heard of them. I just wouldn't necessarily have put the name together in such a way that sort of is useful for remembering what you meant by New Blood. It's New Blood, Kerry Kerry New Blood. Is it really? That's your name? That's a reference to A Touch of Cloth. And if you haven't watched A Touch of Cloth, go watch A Touch of Cloth. Not immediately, but at some point. At some point. It's a red legacy from all the guys that got killed. Yeah, that's true. Dust. See, now Dust, I think, was a game. And a sketch. But Dust might be the one. Dust, An Elysian Tale. That's the one I was thinking of. I enjoyed that game. I might have to do that game as a stream, perhaps. But yes, Dust, An Elysian Tale. I quite enjoyed that game. I remember it's sort of fighty, side-scrolling fighty. It was a very nice game. I did enjoy that one. Lesser than 3, I suppose. Those, I suppose, yeah, they'll probably suffice. Let's go. Right. Add to a media playing list. And let's see how long a break we're taking based on those random songs. Okay, so that's 2, 3, 4. I think we may have had this one at the end of last week's break, but never mind. Anyway, that's looking at approximately 5 to 6, maybe 7 minutes. So I will be gone for approximately 6-7 minutes, and then we will be back with the Echo Bit of Besiege, where hopefully I can make some more stunning progress, because we did surprisingly well last week. It's just not a guarantee we'll do it again this week, especially if more flying becomes apparent. Ground-based units. The ground-based units I'm now kind of fine with, because I can just summon the almighty tank base and then build off of the tank base, and it usually works. But yeah, anything other than that is a little bit more troublesome. But anyway, 6-7ish minutes I will be back, so see you later in a few moments.